Hey YouTube, welcome back. Starting off with today, I'm going to be making my favourite go-to morning breakfasts. It's a protein cake bowl that I use pumpkin with. There's a lot of ways to make these sort of things, but I really like to increase the fibre content in there as opposed to using more carbohydrate. Personally for me, I like to have food that's high volume. Basically that keeps me full throughout most of the day. And it's also pretty high in protein too. In saying that though, I'm always working to improve my recipes. So you'll actually be seeing a new adaptation of this. So yeah, let's get cooking. So starting off here, we've got 150 grams of boiled pumpkin, 30 grams of flour. Now I like to do all this with a scale. It's each to their own. I just like using a scale because it allows me to be a lot more precise with how I eat. 35 grams of oats. Now, there's two camps I guess with this. Some people really like using just flour or just oats. I kind of like mixing it up just because I find that and I'm not even going to add those in afterwards. It all comes down to texture and then also volume. So I generally find by not using too much flour, you can keep the calories low. Using oats, you can keep the volume high. So yeah, that's that thought. 3 dates. 3 dates are amazing, as you know. 12 grams of peanut butter powder. Keep dropping everything. 12 grams of peanut butter flour. And 14 there, but that's okay. We'll have a couple of scoops of vanilla extract. We've got baking powder. We've got 1.5 tablespoons. Generally I find more is less. People are often concerned about the bitterness, but to be honest, I like to add in more than less, as it generally helps rising, especially when you use ingredients that contain a lot of moisture. The more moisture you have in your batter, the more baking soda or anything you generally need to help the product rise. I'm gonna go Stevia. I like to use about 4 teaspoons. We've got flour, dates. Then we have my favourite, high protein yogurt. Oh, makes a man happy. We'll be adding 150 grams. Lovely. We have 5 grams of cocoa powder. Generally, I find with sweetness, right, is that if you use a sweetener, whether it's artificial or natural, it's like there's a hard limit to how sweet you can make something. But if you actually mix it with a real sweetener, like a real sugar source, and the sweetener, you can use less of both. And I think that's the perfect world, really. Almond milk, not too much, just to help it all blend together. About 30 mils. And then after that we will add salt. We need salt. Great. Let's throw it onto the NutriBullet, giving it a really good solid blend here. I used to be really afraid of like burning out my NutriBullet, but these things are just so powerful. I'm just going to pour it in. And that's good to go. One thing I forgot was my precious oats. Whoa, that was a lot of excitement. How much was it? 30 or 35? 35. Feeling generous. Great. Just going to stir that through. And now we cook. That is really good. This is generally something you want to like check on. With my water recipe, to be honest, it would take about 40 minutes to cook one of these. And what I like to do is I like to mix it up. So I cook half of it in the microwave for 5 minutes, and then I'll do the next 10 minutes in the air fryer, just to help reduce the cooking time. You know, because when I'm hungry, I don't want to be waiting 40 minutes for it to all cook. This new recipe should only take, I reckon, about 15 minutes. And yeah, we'll be back when it cooks. I believe the cake has finished cooking, so we're going to take a break and check this out. Oh, it's ready. Here it is. Oh, it's sizzling. Is it ready? Looks like it might need a bit more. That looks pretty good. There it is here, it's ready. It's finished cooking. Vanilla bean and maple syrup. So just pouring it on there. Who the hell made this? That is beautiful. Just a dash of vanilla bean here. Pretty excited for this. That batter was sensational. It's good. Before I used to use a lot of probably I've reduced the yogurt content in there, along with the amount of pumpkin and egg I use in there. And that's turned out astoundingly. This is my best one yet. Oh, it's like sticky date pudding. You know, these are the sort of things that get you through the day when you're eating really healthy. And I generally find foods like this also help me after a prep. Oh, so good. And it's nice having the oats in there, the rolled oats, just to have a texture that balances out the softness of the cake. Oh, so good. I can see over here that my yeast is brewing very well. Getting quite a nice foam head on the water here. Yeah, I'm going to enjoy the rest of this pumpkin breakfast cake.